How do you create a contract in Minnesota? That's the question I'm answering today. I'm Aaron Hall, an attorney in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I typically work with business owners, and we often come up with questions around contracts. Can you have an oral contract, or does it have to be in writing? What provisions have to be in a contract? Well, a contract, quite simply, are these elements. First, there has to be an offer. Second, there has to be an acceptance. And third, there has to be consideration. I'll talk about each one of those. An offer, for example, would be I will pay you $5 if you will sell that shirt to me. Or maybe the offer is I will sell this shirt to you if you pay me $5. That could be oral. It could be on a price tag at a store. So in other words, a contract or an offer, it can be in oral or writing or even implied. Now, acceptance is where a person says, I accept that offer. Maybe you accept the offer by bringing the clothing item with a price tag up to the counter and paying for it. That would be the acceptance of the offer. Or maybe you accept an offer by saying, here is $5, and you're holding the shirt or the clothing item in your hands with a price tag of $5. So acceptance can be oral. It, of course, could be in writing. It could even be implied by the circumstances. Now, consideration, what is that? Consideration is sometimes referred to as this for that, or an exchange, or a quid pro quo. Basically, what it is when one person is giving something and another person is giving something or giving up something. For example, if I pay you to do work for an hour, you've given up the freedom of doing something else for an hour and you've agreed to provide work. I have given up the freedom of spending money on something else and I've agreed to give it to you. We both gave something or gave up something. That is a consideration, also known as quid pro quo, this for that, or an exchange of some sort. So the bottom line is as long as you have an offer, acceptance, and consideration, you have a contract. That means it could be oral. So of course, if I say, hey, I'll give you $5 if you paint this little chair for me, and you say, sure, and you say, I accept, or you say, oh, here, let me paint that. Either way, you've accepted. So we have offer, acceptance, and consideration. We're each giving or getting something. That is the essence of a contract. Now, typically, a contract in writing is going to have a lot of other provisions, but those aren't necessary for a contract to be formed. Other provisions or other terms are there to help avoid problems, avoid confusion, etc.